Visiting the most air polluted city in the world. Dust hell. Oh man.
Bamru, he's seen it here. We are in the world's most air polluted city according to the American Air Quality Index report, which is Lahore in Pakistan. Air pollution steals 5 years from people's average lifespan. Lahore city, which is also a great example of environmental pollution, is a great indicator of the damage that humans cause to nature. Let's start exploring
My nigga, this shit look like New York.
the most polluted city in the world. Lahore, one of the most densely populated cities on the planet, has an approximate population of 14 million as of 2021. We begin our discovery with one of the oldest bazaars in South Asia, that is Anarkali Bazaar. You see the motorcycles parked here are covered in dust. All of them.
That's
They were here
crazy.
just for maybe an hour or two. You see shop owners constantly wipe their stalls because the things keep getting dusty.
Bro, imagine how their bodies feel, bro. Just, oh my god, my nigga, you can't eat nothing out of the wrapper here, man.
This city is a dust hell. When we breathe deeply, we understand the air smells sour and musty. That's how our masks get dirty everywhere.
Damn.
Diesel emissions from vehicles, high coal consumption, and untreated industrial toxic gases caused by uncontrolled factories are all over the city life. Dust. Too much. Dust is one of the biggest problems of shop owners here. As I speak, it is like dust accumulating in my mouth. Sometimes I want to spit out the dust, which becomes like wet clay in my mouth. Really disgusting. People who live here are destined to lose their life to lung cancer. Sometimes when I sweat like
My bad,
dust,
chat.
which becomes like wet clay in my mouth. Really disgusting. People who live here are destined to lose their life to lung cancer. Sometimes when I sweat like this, the dust accumulates on my sweat, also turns into a muddy form. Sweating is a terrible thing here.
Bro, that's what I was finna. Bro, is this what the bro? Where the fuck is this, bro? This is India? This
I
can't
feel
be
very
like
dirty
India.
At the end of the day. The dust in my hair or the muddy layers that
Cause that's
form
what I'm
on my
like, bro.
body.
Imagine how that shit feels on your skin, bro. Like, bro, I want to take a shower just like looking at this shit, man.
Breathing here a day is equivalent to smoking 15 cigarettes. As you can see, the water that comes from the building flows directly into the sewer on the street. I can't say sewer because what's called sewer has to go under the city. We are in a bazaar in a public place. Sewage flows everywhere. Life never stops here. People come out of everywhere. Sewage continues here, the garbage accumulates in it. You see that butcher over there? The sewer runs under there too. Metalloids and toxic metals such as copper, magnesium, zinc, selenium, and arsenic. Particles formed as a result of this combustion are at the size of less than 2.5 microns in diameter and 33 times smaller than the thickness of a human hair. Because they are very small and light, they tend to stay in the air longer than heavy particles. And because of their small size, they can easily pass through the nose's filter system and penetrate the lungs. Then the particles enter people's bloodstream through the capillary network and lead.
Should I switch to Monday CRM?
Updating this field is so confusing. This CRM sucks. Is it me? Am I asking for too much?
Or is it time to stand up to these slow, archaic CRMs? We can't be consumed by our worthless CRMs anymore. We will be united in our
Lead to heart diseases, lung cancer, eye infections, asthma, bronchitis, respiratory disorders in the general population, and can even lead to premature birth, which has negative effects on brain development. It can even create genetic disorders in the next generations. It smells incredibly bad here. There's such a musty smell. I mean, it smells incredibly bad.
Bro, they got okay. So they're in India. They're in India, bro. They're in India. Bro, 1 second, chat. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. But nah, they gotta be in India, bro. That's what I was like, bro. Where the fuck do they have to be at to the point, like, bro? Nigga, you can't even leave your fucking car. for an hour without that shit being covered in dust. So that's why I'm like, bro, imagine your body, how you feel just going outside for like at least 30 minutes, my nigga.
Flies are flying everywhere. They can get into our mouths. We never take off the masks. Pandemic is just one reason to wear a mask. We don't quite understand.
Is that a goat, my nigga?
We never take off the masks. Pandemic is just one reason to wear
That's sick, bro.
a mask. We don't quite understand how people live here, but they have had an incredible adaptation. It is very hard for a foreigner to come here and be comfortable. The US Environmental Protection Agency considers PM 2.5 values above 50 to be harmful. What does it say?
303, 328, 352, increasing.
According to our measurements, this value started at least 189 in Lahore, while the values we saw on average were 300 and sometimes go up to 600 in certain places. 350, 422, 448. You just saw the sewer, we are right next to it. Life is shaped around the sewer, there is huge chaos.
Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Bro, did y'all see that shit? Bro, what the fuck did he eat, my nigga?
There is huge chaos.
Bro, what the fuck? Oh, fuck, bro.
According to a 2018 report by the Pakistan Air Quality Initiative,
they're in
the level of air
Pakistan?
pollution is 9 times of the acceptable safe values, and the dust hanging in the air costs at least 100,000 lives here every year.
I feel
Most
so
of them
bad
are
for the
children.
kids.
The air quality life
I-
index
my bad,
agency
chat. I feel
notes that
so
the
bad
life
for the kids,
expectancy
bro.
of Lahore residents has decreased by about 5 years. Look, we're walking on a normal
I think they say this is the most polluted, like polluted country. I think they're in Pakistan.
road again, and suddenly
They can breathe, but it's hard for them to breathe and shit. It's hard for them to breathe, bro, because of how polluted it is. Because even the dude had took his mask off, and the outside of the mask was fucking like dark, bro, because all that dust in the air.
curves. We will wait for them to pass. Let's check the air quality. 600.
That's fucking sick. Ew.
Look, a butcher, there's no keeping the meat behind closed windows or in a freezer. In Anarkali, where we observe the daily life of
Bro, what the bro? Nah, we gotta throw this whole fucking country away, bro. Hell nah, bro. We gotta, bro, no fuck. Oh my god, bro. Chat, no way, bro. We gotta, my nigga. Bro, nigga, bro, like it was still COVID, nigga. They are the reason it was COVID. Look at this shit, bro. My nigga, they have garbage in a fucking wheelbarrow. Bro, what got to the? Oh my god, bro, that shit is
fish
sick.
eggs and scraps cut off on the fisherman's stall are getting separated to be given to the animals. Mice and rats also roam these streets where flies fly in abundance.
Bro,
And rats also roam these streets where
my nigga,
flies
the
fly-
rats can't even fucking survive out there. Think about that. Rats can't even fucking survive out there. That's crazy, bro. Nigga, I have never seen a dead rat like that. That nigga died from, and bro, that's crazy. You need to be locked up, my nigga. That's not even safe. Look at the fishes on the ground, bro. This is not safe. This is against FDA. FDA do not approve of this. You need to be locked the fuck up, bro.
2 to 3 meters away, the fish are getting cleaned from their flakes and waiting for their customers at unhygienic stalls. Here you see he cleans the scales of fish, makes them ready.
Nigga, that's...
Let's get out of here. My stomach can't take it anymore. Here, tap water and sound pollution are also well above acceptable levels. Brushing your teeth with tap water is not recommended in the city guidebooks.
Bro, I would not eat nothing out of here, bro, my nigga. I would not eat nothing at all, bro. Nothing at
People
all,
who
bro.
bought and ate snacks from peddlers are washing their hands in a communal wash tub. We are in a clean park in Lahore. Although there are many dirty areas in the city, there are also parks that have been kept clean. In shopping centers, men and women have separate entrances, and men may not be allowed in alone. We were allowed as we were foreigners. There is garbage everywhere. People live in garbage. The streets are full of garbage. Let's walk and we will surely see another garbage in a minute. Zoom in there. What I said was not wrong again. Another garbage. The municipality's biggest service is to collect piles of garbage that never comes to an end. We just got lost in the trash.
Bro, this is disgusting, bro. Aww. I ain't gonna lie, that's one of my pet peeves, bro. Like, people that do shit like that with those, like, little shits in the... I hate shit like that, my nigga. I hate shit like that, bro.
I never saw a trash can. Yeah, there are trash cans, but people's living spaces are so crammed that the municipality didn't put the trash cans, those big cans here. People leave the trash wherever they are. The trash cans I'm talking about can only be seen on the...
Bro, it's so it's so dirty, bro. The trash can is so dirty, it's dissolving. Like, there's so much germs in there that the germs have starting to, like, eat in the trash can to the point it's starting to decay, bro. Imagine the imagine the smell, bro.
Highways. If you put a trash can here, the traffic would be even more jammed. One of the biggest problems in the city is there are no sidewalks anywhere. You see, where can we go as a pedestrian? This side is closed, it is not a sidewalk anyway, there is nowhere to walk. Lahore is a city where the fog has become the fifth season. From October to September, dust and toxic gas particles are trapped in layers close to the ground under the influence of reduced air pressure, temperature change, and the winds from the west. During the fog season, the entire city is almost swallowed by these particles hanging in the troposphere layer. In winter, this reaches its peak. Although we made our trip to Lahore in summer, we also observed this layer of grey haze in the evening when the air temperature dropped. Toxic gases cover highway and air traffic in Lahore during these months are closed and some flights are cancelled due to low visibility. It is normal for us to put our garbage here right now, but let's not put it. Look, you see, even the poles and electrical cables have accumulated garbage. Sometimes people throw their garbage straight from the balcony or windows into the streets. He just threw his trash. That's how frequent it is. Garbage collecting is a common job here. They've been trying to clean up all these mess for about 3 days. They hose down water on the garbage. It makes the garbage a little more collectible form.
Look at that shit just gonna make a bigger mess. So where are they taking this garbage to? Once they collect all of this, because, like, bro, if the city is already so dirty, every corner you go to, there's a pile of trash. Where are they taking all the trash that they collected from one area? Where are they taking this shit to?
When you go randomly down the road, you can see mice and rats crashed on the asphalt. When colonial India, formed by Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, and Myanmar, was exploited by the British and eventually divided, Muslims mostly gathered in this geography. The local language of the country, which gained independence in 1947, is Urdu. But during its time under British rule, English became the second most widely spoken language. Today, English is considered the official language alongside Urdu.
You can take a taxi from there.
The country's population today is 216 million, but according to official data, only 59% of this population knows how to read and write.
Fuck. Damn. So half the population is just straight NPCs, bro. That's crazy.
The value given to pedestrians is very small. Here, priority is not pedestrians, it is vehicles. Pedestrians are at risk of traffic accidents during the day. An interesting life.
Man, that's crazy.
Another way to avoid heavy traffic in Lahore is to dive into alleys. Of course, these alleys are full of garbage and suddenly there could be traffic jams here too. What kind of traffic? Traffic of pedestrians. You'll see it later on. On one side there are butchers, they slaughter chickens. On the other side, the chickens feed on garbage.
Bro, oh
And in
my
the middle,
god,
there is
my
an
nigga.
incredible amount of traffic flowing. Rising exhaust fumes makes here a unique place. It is quite common to drive in opposite direction or pedestrians to travel on top of trucks. Trucks are filled with as much stuff as they can. They say the business is good. People make gravestones here while the city flows. Stray animals and working animals in the city are extremely weak. The donkey looks so worn out, very weak. There are also stray cats here. This cat is pregnant, but you can see
damn.
that it is weak too.
She'll probably die, bro. Those fucking kittens will probably the one who survive.
Almost everywhere in the city, when you raise your head, you can see hawks or eagles. They're here to feed from garbage waste or animals such as mice and rats. Their population is rampant. Hawks, pigeons, crows, cats, dogs, chickens slaughtered by butchers and their waste. And mosquitoes, many of them. And there are donkeys in the middle
Imagine getting bit by a mosquito from the Pakistan, my nigga. Like one of those, like, oh my
of the
god.
road. A faint donkey. Animals come out of everywhere.
Nigga, you might die. You might just discover the new strain of sickness, bro.
We are in a very complicated point. I don't need to tell you about the traffic. It's like they're going to hit each other. There are so many disabled people in the city. The chaotic traffic is sometimes also the reason. Some are homeless, some are unemployed.
Damn.
It is common here for men to walk holding hands.
Why is that common? Damn, bro, I ain't even gonna lie. I know a lot of people in the States right now that could save her. That's crazy, man. Fuck. My bad, chat. Bro, what the? Why not, bro? Cause I was gonna say, why not just like, bro, he had a wood there, like a table. He could have just put that shit on the table and cut that shit with his hand. Why he did all that?
During pandemic, when people wear masks, we sometimes see that people here drink water from the same glass. Common drinking areas are located in most parts of this bazaar. Sometimes these glasses fall to the ground and they lift them up, put them back in place, continue drinking. As the electrical cables do not go under the ground, the irregular formation creates a great waste of time in repair after a power failure, and are also located at a dangerous distance where pedestrians can easily come into contact.
What the fuck is that?
There are shrines more than anything else in Lahore. We are in front of a shrine again. People hang gifts in shrines like flowers. It's a ritual here. Even in January,
At least they keep the shrines
when the air
clean.
temperature is at its lowest, the average value is 53.8 degrees Fahrenheit or 12.1 degrees Celsius. As of now, temperatures in Lahore go up to 100 degrees Fahrenheit or 38 degrees Celsius during daytime. Life is slow at a chaotic pace. People mostly experience a state of laziness caused by the hot temperature. Under Pakistani law, the sale of alcohol in the city is prohibited, but foreigners and non-Muslims can buy it at certain points. The use of motorcycles and rickshaws is quite common.
I wonder, how do you know, like, anybody could just walk up there and just steal your damn motorcycle, bro? Or, like, do they have that shit chained up with their own, like, chains? I would never ride on a bike like that with another man.
My
That's
hands
crazy.
are dirty. I don't want to touch my eye. Actually, I shouldn't touch it, but my eyes, off of my
itchy.
eyelashes, get dusty. We came across a peddler here now, but unlike the peddlers that we are used to, he is doing a different job. He catches birds, put them in cages, and releases a bird in exchange for money. The price of a bird is 100 rupees, which is about 60 cents. He said he would release a bird for every 60 cents. There are about 10 birds in total, and we'll ask him to release all of them. Release all the birds. I hope that these birds are free now. Because of unemployment,
You know what's crazy? What if this nigga got a bird calling and he just called the motherfuckers
some
right back?
people catch birds in the morning and negotiate the price of freedom with tourists at popular destinations to free these animals from their cages. This woman carries a closet on the bike. Armed security guards keep watch in the entrance of fast food restaurants. Begging is very common. Transgender beggars are many. We see a man who wants to eat the leftover cookies that we couldn't finish.
Oh, bro.
Pakistan is one of 9 countries in the world that has nuclear
Bro,
weapons
that's
and the only
crazy,
Islamic country
bro.
to achieve that power. But as it is seen as a threat by other countries in the international arena, it is often promoted with negative news in the media. This makes the country lonely and brings them closer to China as an ally. Some structures here, such as many dams, bridges or ports, are built by the Chinese and used for common trade routes. The flag drawings of China are widely displayed in Lahore. Lahore is the home of Pakistan's film industry, Lollywood, and the city has a rich history, stretching back nearly 1,000 years. From 16th to 18th centuries, the Mughal Empire of Turkic-Mongol origin ruled these lands and chose Lahore as its capital. And the city, with its impressive architecture dating from them, has become the most progressive and cosmopolitan settlement, historical and cultural center of Pakistan today. Completed in 1673 during Mughal Empire, but Shahi Mosque has a total capacity of 100,000 people to pray, and its minarets were built at an outward angle of 2 degrees so that they wouldn't fall on praying people when an earthquake occurs. Lahore Castle, which is a UNESCO World Cultural Heritage Site, and Shalimar Gardens, which were built to envision heaven on earth, are also located here.
My nigga, is that a snake?
In Lahore, it is possible to see kids and young people playing
Cricket.
crickets in every empty space. It's not football or basketball. Cricket is the one.
Man.
In this atmospherically most polluted city of the world, there is a huge economic damage caused by the money spent on improving the air quality and disruptions resulting from the pollution. For example, in 2017, the estimated economic burden of air pollution amounted to 5.88% of entire Pakistan's GDP, or 47.8 billion US dollars. Citizens are told to use public transports, or if they have cars, not to transport alone in their cars. There are even
nigga,
mobile
that is
apps for
crazy.
sharing trips. Last year, the Punjab Provincial Disaster Management Authority sealed off 1,718 brick manufacturing centers and 2,658 factories working with old technology. Also confiscated 11,782 vehicles and 544 people were arrested for environmental damage. Medium and long-term steps must be taken to solve this issue. Limiting the volume of emissions from the vehicles in traffic, expanding electrical vehicles, population planning, inspecting industrial institutions operating without an emission control system, and switching to clean energy sources can be the solution. Toxic gases from exhausts of the vehicles and chimneys of the factories, constantly burnt chemicals, and of course, waste that cannot be recycled. Our efforts to protect nature, air, water, and environment is actually our efforts to protect ourselves. And the best way to protect ourselves is avoiding the pollution in the first place. I hope you
Bro,
liked this episode and learned something new.
Bro,
See you in the next.
how do you try to avoid the fucking pollution where 99, I would say 95% of the fucking country is polluted? How do you even try to avoid that, bro? That's crazy.
Next episode. Bye bye. I just enabled the join button on my YouTube channel. You can now support me and my team to create independent documentaries for you. I will continue to bring valuable information from.
Nah, that was a good video, chat. I gotta add the round of applause on my soundboard, but that was a good video, bro.